Noodles, a popular starch all around the world. Coming in a close second to rice. Today, I'm going to be whipping up an Asian-inspired dish called Chow mein. I'm going to be comparing it to a takeout spot right around the corner. Can I make it better? Can I make it faster? That'd be tough. Let's turn up the heat. We're going to start with the veg. I've got about a cup and a half of shiitake mushrooms, 1 carrot, 3 celery stalks, quarter of a cabbage, 3 stalks of green onions, and a half an onion. Let's chop it up. I'm going to start with my half an onion. Thinly slice. Next, the shiitake mushrooms. I already bought pre-sliced. Pretty simple. If you buy them whole, destem them and slice them up. Next, the carrot. Cut each half into quarters and then each quarter into eighths. Nice and thinly slice. I know I said 3 in the beginning, but we're just going to use 2 because these celery stalks are pretty large. Quarters and thin strips. After you make your final slices, stack them up and slice the cabbage. Cut the root and make thin strips, similar to the shiitake mushroom size. Last but not least, what will go in last is the green onions. Cut them in about 2-inch pieces. Your veg is done. Now that the veggies are all sliced and chopped, we're tossing them in there. Going in with some pure sesame oil. That was about 2 tablespoons of oil. Let it get ripping hot. Toss in the onions. Always give your onions a little sprinkle of salt. That's going to draw out the moisture, and you always season and build flavor throughout the dish. You don't just add salt at the end. Now that the onions are starting to turn translucent, go in with about a cup and a half of shiitake mushrooms. Turn your heat down low, and while this is cooking, let's make the sauce. For the sauce, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 tablespoons of black vinegar. This is not traditional black vinegar. I couldn't find it at my grocery store, so I mixed 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. I diluted that with 3 tablespoons of water to make black vinegar, and a half teaspoon of black pepper. Mix this up. At this point, you're going to want to get water boiling for your noodles. So I have about 500 grams of a wheat stir-fry noodle. You can use any noodle, but a chow mein noodle would work best. You hear that? It's calling. Let's get back to the stir-fry. These have been cooking for about 3 minutes while I made the sauce. You're going to go right in with the celery and the carrots. Give this about another 3 to 5 minutes. 3 minutes later, drop your cabbage in. Let this go for about another 2 minutes. Toss in your scallions after about 3 minutes of sauteing. Toss your noodles in after about 2 minutes after the scallions. And right over top goes the sauce. Give it a little saute action. Cook this for about 5 minutes. If you bought noodles from the store, just follow the box directions. It's about 2 minutes in boiling water. Pull them and just plunge them straight into the pan. I skipped that step because mine were already pre-cooked from the day before. Turn off the heat and your chow mein is done. Just got back from the spot around the corner and I secured the bag. This is slightly different than mine. Instead of noodles, they use a crispy wonton chip. Cheap, and I don't really like the idea of this. And then I believe you're just supposed to take some wonton chips, sprinkle them over. Let's dig in. Let's see. They have a clear sauce, probably thickened with cornstarch. I'm not a fan of the crispy wonton chips. I'd rather have noodles. The sauce is a little bland. If I was to order chow mein, I'd expect this. So comparing the two, I'm not quite sure why they call this chow mein. Kind of disappointed. This, noodles are good. Vegetables are cooked nicely. Seasoned well. If I had to pick between one or the other, I'm going with mine. Is that a surprise? Probably not. If you like this video, put a big fat thumbs up. Consider hitting the subscribe button. I started shorts, so you'll definitely see a short version of this. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, peace.